So, I decided to play Dark Souls 1 for the first time, and it was tragic. So fucking tragic. It was the worst experience of my life. I mean, the boss run back to the Bell Gargoyles, before I learned that there's a shortcut, was terrible. All seriousness, though, this is my first blind playthrough, so I just decided to make my character. At first, I was trying to make Paul Atreides, and then I came to the realization that, that's just not possible. But, I did discover something else. Yes, sir, we ended up making Poppy Leon Kennedy. We are then thrown into a cage where I guess I'm in prison, and I definitely do not look like Leon Kennedy. But we are saved by the guy on the fucking cover. Look at him. He's so beautiful. It's Oscar. After the opening cutscene, I walked around for a bit and ended up finding the first bonfire. Then I walked straight into a boss fight, so of course your boy had to try to fight the boss. I was completely ignoring the fact that all I had was a broken straight sword. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was intentionally made the worst weapon in the game. After a bit, I realized that this was definitely not the intended method, considering I was only doing 2 damage per hit while two-handing the weapon. So, I ended up leaving the boss room and ended up just going to the bonfire. I continued forward on my adventure, and found a weapon that actually does damage. Yay! This happiness was short-lived as I was fucking hit by the ball of despair. And we ended up finding a dying Oscar, where he gives us a Estus flask, and now we're actually prepared to rematch that asylum dealing. Of course, because I'm me, I walk into the boss fog all confident, jump down, and basically miss the plunge attack. So, I mean, great. I don't really like to commentate over boss fights, so I'm just going to let it play out and then I'll come back at the end. Before anyone comments about how bad I am, this gameplay was filmed before I played Bloodborne, and I like to think that Bloodborne made me a decent Souls player, so please go easy on me. We kept going forward, and we get the cutscene of me just being transported to the Firelink.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. Leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
After coming to the Firelink, I pick up a couple of items, level up, and end up finding one of the Covenants. After doing that, I proceeded to the first area of the game, Undead Settlement, and get a bonfire. I go through the area as normal and end up finding one of the bosses, the Taurus Demon. He's not too hard of a boss, definitely a lot easier when you use the mechanics in the boss room, like using the plunge attacks and killing the archers. But can you guess what I didn't do my first 10 attempts? Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't think to check if if there's a way to kill the archers, but yeah, I didn't. This ended up starting an unfortunate trend with bosses in Dark Souls 1, where I go into the boss, sometimes do a decent amount of damage, but regardless of that, I always ended up getting packed up with maximum efficiency. I mean, look. Eventually I realized that there's a ladder next to the entrance you could climb up, so I climbed up and killed those godforsaken archers, which made the boss a lot easier, as I said before, since I wouldn't have arrows shot at me the entire fucking fight. But yeah, I'm just gonna let the rest play out, and I'll be back after. After beating the boss, I continued forward and met the best boy ever, Solaire! Now guys, I want you to say it with me or type it in the comments. Praise the sun! Anyways, I went into the next area, the Undead Parish. This area took me a couple of tries to get through because I would stop and try to kill all the enemies, then continue going forward. But then, in the truest form of Souls gameplay, I ended up running past most of the enemies and just getting to the next section. There is this one point where I'm actually not sure if I'm heavy rolling, mid rolling, or light rolling. So because there's no, like, it doesn't say if overloaded or anything like that. So I kind of just left it how it is. But also I would use a calculator to check my percentage sometimes. But anyways, I went forward and found a bonfire, and which is right above where the blacksmith in the game is. After a bit of confusion on where I should go next, I ended up going to the church, progressing a bit, and running past some enemies. And oh fucking boy, I hope this isn't a common thing that I have to do every time I die to the coming boss. Regardless, I make my way up the ladders and enter a boss fog that has a cutscene. Now, you may think, based on what I said earlier, I'm not going to commentate over this fight. But no, I absolutely fucking hate this boss with a passion. My hatred isn't caused by just the boss itself. I mean, it is a dual boss, and most dual bosses are extremely annoying. But it stems from the boss runback. The reason I have so much disdain for this boss runback is because the amount of enemies before the boss fight. There are so many enemies, specifically hollows, that are boosted by this witch. But the runback would eventually become better after I realized if I kill the witch, it doesn't boost their hollows. So that made my life a bit easier. But that doesn't change the fact that I would die over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not only to the boss, but to the fucking runback. I mean, I spent 3 hours just on this boss, and I think I was only able to fight him at least 25 times because I kept dying to the runback. Low-key, it might have been probably more than 25 tries, but regardless. I know a lot of people may comment or say, just get good, and my response to that will just be, I will try, bro, I promise. I'm trying, and I will try. But anyways, eventually, I came to the realization I should probably just summon, so I waddled my ass back to Firelink, died, by fall damage. I popped the humanity, and went back to the church, all happy, all ready to summon. And of course, as soon as I get to the area to summon, someone fucking invades me and packs me up with maximum efficiency. After he parries me, I just died. So I ended up just restarting the game and playing offline. then I was finally able to summon. And I was prepared. I went back to free the guy that was in a cell inside of the church. So I would have both him and Solaire for the fight, which made it extremely easy. Probably too easy. I mean, all I had to do literally was just watch them fight the gargoyles. And before you say it, yes, I'm bad. Yes, I'm cheap. But this was a victory that was achieved after 3 hours of depression and hard work. After I beat the gargoyles, I say like it wasn't, I actually didn't do it. After they beat the gargoyles, my happiness was achieved, and I rang the first of many fucking bells. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch it. All I can really say is thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I mean, it is free. But anyways, see you in the next one.